Edgar TV.
How do and welcome back to Edgar TV. And just before we get into today's episode, just have a little look at this graphic. 70% of people that are watching my channel right now are not subscribed. So if you're in that 70%, guys, hit that subscribe button. So let's have a look at today's video. The moment that changed the darts rules forever. So the incident happened in the 2002 PDC World Championships in the game between Keith Deller and Rod Harrington. Keith Deller was starting to take his time a little bit with the throw, so as Rod Harrington came up, he just kicked him in the back of the heels, as you do. And you'll see here Keith instantly protesting to the referee. He broke down a bit on stage, had a bit of a debate, had a bit of discussion, but carried on as normal. And then I've managed to find this statement which comes after the game where Harrington admits he was delaying his walk up to the board, so I kicked him in the back of the heels to speed him up. The psychological side of darts has always been a major part of it, but it's getting even more intense. Now, this led to the invention of the exclusion zone, which is this blue box you'll see around the outside of the hockey, which means when you collect your darts, you need to leave the box so that the player's got the throw in space, and that you cannot enter that until the player is retrieving their darts. And this rule was a reaction to that incident. It first came in the Las Vegas Desert Classic in 2002, which was the next TV tournament following the World Championships, and then was first used in the UK at the World Match Play at Blackpool, where ironically these two, Keith Deller and Rod Harrington, played each other again, but this time with the exclusion zone in place. So a brief skip over to the rules here will show you a little bit more detail about the exclusion zone in terms of when you can enter it, where you must exit, in terms of obviously for the camera positions as well, which we did in a previous video. But also you'll see here an interesting one, that there is a second referee at the side that doesn't look at the scoring of the game, but is looking at the player's behaviour and also monitoring that exclusion zone to make sure there are no infringements. Now, if you've caught breaking these rules, it's often a DRA referral, which is the Darts Regulation Authority. You can see a video in my library about those and the fines and things that they do. But you'll see here that Lewis was found guilty of behaviour which may reasonably be construed as gamesmanship by entering the exclusion zone. So prior to his opponent releasing the dart. So it's a finable offence if you're entering that exclusion zone before the opponent has thrown those darts. And now in 2020, you'll see on stages around the world this exclusion zone being used, and it's going to be used forevermore. Look how close players used to get to each other back in the day. It's not good, and it does obviously hinder the integrity of that throw. And that is why now in the modern day, anytime that this zone is encroached, it's quite visible and people are aware of it.
Edgar TV.
If you're new here and this is your first time watching, or if you're in that 70%, now's the time, guys. Hit that subscribe button, join the Edgar Nation, and stay up to date with all the latest Edgar TV.